What's good, YouTube? Steph here. Welcome to Theta Space. Today I'm looking at a video by my man Scot Lade of the Prog Corner. It appears that he actually did a ranking of the Yes Epics video a couple of years before I did. Alright, so yeah, browsing through his old videos, I happened across this one, ranking the Yes Epics. It appears to be from December 12th, 2022, so quite some time ago. My video only went up a couple of weeks ago. So I guess we'll have a look here and see how his ranking of the 10 Yes Epics compares with mine. Or maybe he'll have a different definition of epics and he might have more or fewer of them. Let's see. And play.
The sidelong epic. Nothing epitomizes prog rock quite as succinctly as that does. And today on the Prog Corner, we're going to be talking about the greatest band of all and their 11 epics. We're going to rank them. We're going to talk about them. Yeah, Yes is probably best known for the long songs, right? I mean,
did I miss
people
one?
come to Yes usually at close to the edge, and they're blown away by the 18-minute and 36-second runtime. But Yes was not anywhere as close to being the first band in the golden age that did the sidelong epic. You got to talk about Procol Harum in Held 'Twas an I. You got to talk about The Nice, Ars Longa Vita Brevis. You got to talk about T2, Morning. Yeah, you had
Design Butterfly
King
Count.
Crimson
I mean,
did a sidelong
they
epic
didn't have
with Lizard, Vandergraaf Generator with Plague of Light,
they weren't Prog.
Emerson, Lake and Palmer with Tarkus. All of that came out before Yes ever did a sidelong epic. Pink Floyd did Echoes before Close to the Edge. So Yes was not the first. Hey, they're not even the ones that have the most. If you go into the modern era, bands like The Tangent, they've got 24 epics. If you're using the Chris Squire rule of 15 minutes or more.
15 minutes
just
or more.
At,
it's good to see that my rule is in accordance
stuff,
with Chris
Flower King's
Squire's.
at 13, but the king of the epic might be Neil Morris if you include Spock's beard and his solo stuff and Transatlantic and Flying Colors. I think he's got like 32 epics to his name. But it's Yes that we're talking about. The studio epics, the sidelong epics, the Chris Squire rule epics. There's a couple that came close in the live capacity. Perpetual Change, Starship Trooper.
Live versions don't count. No.
There are live versions that flirt with that 15-minute runtime but don't quite get it. There is a live version of America on The Word Is Live that does break the 15-minute mark.
Yeah,
but
still doesn't count.
Is under 15. And then there's the Yes's big medley that they used to do where they throw in Long Distance Run Around, a bunch of other songs. That was over 15.
Doesn't count.
But they had exactly 11 studio epics, and we're going to rank them right
11.
now.
Okay, which one did I miss?
From 1994. It's The Endless Dream, and the only one of these epics without Steve Howe in the band. This was Trevor Rabin's final album with Yes.
I think I ranked that one number 7 out of 10.
The best of the 3 or 4 if you include Onion, but yeah, Endless Dream.
You call it Onion too.
It's a great way to end the album. In the first section, Silent Spring only goes like 2 minutes, but it's the best 2 minutes of Trevor Rabin era Yes, and the rest of it's pretty good too. At number 10, we're going to 2011 and Fly From Here. This was originally sung by Benoit David, and then in 2018, they decided to redo it with...
when I was running through all the track lists, I didn't see...
so you got the whole drama crew back.
I didn't see... there was an outtake from Fly From Here that was...
lyrically, I mean, vocally...
That was between 9 and 10 minutes.
I think the mix and some of the instrumentation and the remake, the return trip, is actually
Fly
better.
From Here is an epic.
Fly From Here is really cool. And I even like part 4, Bumpy Ride. A lot of people...
Maybe it was in... I was looking at like track runtime, so maybe I wasn't paying close enough attention and didn't notice that. I guess Fly From Here must be in...
At number 9, a song that was originally
it must be in separate tracks.
part of XYZ, Yes and Zeppelin. This is Mind Drive. There are actually some demos of this song floating around with Jimmy Page playing on it. But Chris Squire
I ranked
and
this
Alan
one
White
number 8.
were going to form a band with Jimmy
Out of
Page.
10.
And originally Robert Plant was going to be part of it. It never happened, but that would have been really great.
I thought it was
and
rather
Mind Drive is fantastic.
formulaic by the number.
1997 originally appeared
I don't
on
really
the
have a high
Keys
opinion
to
of it.
Ascension Part 2 album, which was just ridiculous how they did all this great live stuff and then buried these new studio songs. They did the same thing with Keys to Ascension 1, which is my number 8, yes, epic, off of that album. It's That Is from 1996.
Absolute worst. That was my bottom.
Showcase for Steve Howe and his
I
talents.
hate that one.
And it's a really interesting diversion to hear John Anderson talk about crack and crack.
Yeah, see,
time.
that's
It's
what killed it
awesome.
for me.
I really enjoy it a lot.
I prefer
And,
John Anderson's
and the
abstract
song
word
actually
salad.
kind of makes you think a little bit of Tales from Topographic Oceans. It's phenomenal. At
No.
number 7,
It
we're
was
going
bland
to
and boring
the
musically.
least appreciated of the 4 sides of Tales from Topographic Oceans. It's side 3, The Ancient.
Yeah.
And once again, this is where Steve Howe
I
takes
ranked
a
that
lot
one
of
barely
different
above
detours.
That Is.
He goes off the deep end and with a lot of dissonance and crazy stuff. Obviously, this is the most challenging music Yes ever did here. And then the smoke clears and the dust settles and you get that beautiful classical guitar piece with Steve playing.
That's the only good part of it.
And John singing the Leaves of Green section. It's amazing. It's just great at number 6. We're staying with Tales from Topographic Oceans, and it's side 2, probably the most underappreciated and underrated epic in Yes's discography.
I certainly think so. Most people seem to have a low opinion of it, but this is my.
Really seems to talk about
this is the best track for my money. The best track of Topographic Oceans.
It's so slow and lumbering, and it's like, come on, man. When I was a little kid and I first got Tales, I really liked side 1, but this one took me right out of it. It took me years to appreciate it. But then once that Don the Cap section starts and then the relayer bit comes in and Steve just goes crazy.
I like that it's more laid back than the
Rick
rest.
Never sounded better. What a great track The Remembering is. When you finally hit that climax at the end. That's what prog rock is all about. At number 5, this is not a true sidelong epic, but it does satisfy the
Are we
Chris
at Awaken?
Squire rule. It's Awaken from 1977. Off
that was my number 5 out of
the
10.
final track off that fantastic album. And
The Remembering I ranked number 3.
Absolutely it is. Just like Supper's Ready is an epic, right? Is it a sidelong epic because it's got Horizons in front of it? Kind of the same deal here. You got Wonder Stories, on side 2 starting off. And then you get Awaken. So it's almost like a little teaser, a little intro, whatever. Awaken is one of the greatest songs of all time and truly one of the last gasps of genius that the great Yes came up with. I just love it. And a lot of you people are probably wishing that it were ranked a little bit higher on this list.
No, not me.
But these
That's
4
about right.
are just amazing. And number 4, it's side 4 of Tales from Topographic Oceans, Ritual.
Yeah, which I ranked 6 out of 10.
Ready for.
I ranked it below below Awaken.
That came later with the weird percussion section, just going wild.
Yeah,
with all the
that
weird
doesn't do it any
sounds and
favors.
everything. And then it finally slows down and gets peaceful, and that Soon section comes up. It's just great.
The Soon section?
Very
No, you're
similar
confusing it with
to what goes on with
Gates
my
of
number
Delirium.
3, and that's Gates of Delirium from 1974.
My
off
number
of
1.
Relayer. Yeah, Relayer was like close to the edge as a little evil twin, and Gates.
Yeah, it did have
was
a
just
one track
phenomenal.
on the
There's
first
so
side and
much
2 tracks
craziness
on the
going
second
on here.
side.
This is Yes at their absolute most aggressive, their most energetic, their most experimental, and Gates of Delirium does not disappoint.
Like, I
And
think I liked
just
it. I like that
uh,
album better than
Ritual,
Close
where
to
it
the
gets
Edge.
Too crazy for you to handle. It all comes down, and you get that soothing, mellow section at the end. Just great, just phenomenal at number 2. It's the revealing science of God, side 1 of the greatest album of all time, Tales from Topographic Oceans. I
ranked this one just below The Remembering.
I love the way it's
was
put
number
together.
4 out of 10.
I love the different sections. I love Rick
Okay,
Wakeman's
so
playing on
he's
this
gonna rank
so
Close
much
to the
Rick
Edge
was
number 1.
So wrong.
It was my
about
number 2.
Tales
Yeah.
from Topographic Oceans. It's so ironic that some of your very best playing that you ever did was on an album that you despise, but you were dead wrong, sir. Dead wrong. I love you, but you're wrong. And number one, it couldn't be anything but 1972's title track to the great Close to the Edge.
My
18
list
minutes
disagrees.
And 36 seconds of perfection. You know,
My list
at
put this at
33
a
and
close
third
number 2.
revolutions, it's 624 spins of your turntable, and you will never be the same after witnessing it. Possibly the greatest song ever written. Apologies to Supper's Ready, but you know how great the song is, and you know how great Yes is. Yeah, they are known for their long tracks, and they should be. Those are the 11 Yes epics ranked. They're all great. If you don't know any of them,
I think 2 of them suck.
Ones, check them out, because Yes had a
2
lot
of them
great
suck,
stuff
and
they
2 of
did
them are
after
kind of passable.
1979, after 1980, it wasn't over for
2 or
Yes,
3 of them are
but
kind of
anyway,
passable.
I might do this with some other bands, rank their epics, since there's some bands like the Flower Kings and the Tangent that have so many. It'd be a lot of fun. Anyway, just a little Christmas present to the Yes fans out there, ranking the Yes epics. I love you guys. You have a great day. Maybe I'll shoot something tomorrow. Maybe I won't. We'll see how I'm feeling. But anyway, God save the king.
King's nothing to me.
Princess Charlotte, because she's just awesome. I love you guys.
All right. Thank you, Scott. I don't know what else to say to that except, clearly I overlooked Fly From Here, because I guess it must have been a number of separate tracks, separate titled tracks on the CD rather than one single track, and that's why, looking at run times, I overlooked it. Kind of like Dream Theater's A Mind Beside Itself on Awake. It's one suite, but it's 3 separate CD cuts, and they must have done the same thing with Fly From Here. Okay, so I guess I have to look for Fly From Here, give that a listen, and figure out where it slots into my list of 10. I guess that's all I got there. I'll be back on Wednesday probably with a album review, and then next weekend with another reaction. Till then, stay cool. Steph out. Peace.